Good afternoon, San Antonio. Welcome to the Happy Handyman Show. I'm Trudy Chook, broadcasting live from Johnny Chook's Home and Hardware. We have this great little hardware store, 11,000 square feet. We're located at 2361 Northwest Military Highway. If you would like to call the store while we're doing the show and to check on anything that I'm going to be talking about, it's 210-341-1573. Now the store is going to be open till 6:30 today, and tomorrow for your convenience 11 to 5. If you are not in San Antonio but you can hear my voice or see my face on Facebook and you would be interested in some of the products or just checking the store out, you can always go to our website, which is happyhandyman.com. Out there you'll find products that I talk about, but you also find an article that I write every week. Now that article is really made for Houston, Texas. The Chronicle in Houston picked the Happy Handyman article up many years ago, and so that website really was just for them. But since websites are so very important now, you in San Antonio and outlying area can go online and check us out there. Now, like I said, we are an 11,000 square foot hardware store with everything from paint, electrical, to plumbing, lawn and garden. And then we have an amazing gift shop in the front of the store that encompasses about 2,500 square feet. And next weekend, we are going to have a huge party here, and it's going to be called a kitchen reveal party. Is it a boy? Is it a girl? It's a kitchen. We moved our kitchen stuff from in the back of the store to the front of the store, so it's just a natural tie-in with the gift shop. And since then, we've been adding more product, and so by next week, we have it all tied down, and we're going to have giveaways. We're going to bring our wheel out so you can spin the wheel before you shop to know what kind of discount you can get. Every kitchen aisle purchase is an entry to win prizes. We're going to demonstrate sample some foods and some drinks and things like that. It's just a fun area. A lot of great little things to make cooking fun again. I don't know about you, but I like to bring in some new little gadget to make when I'm cooking for myself a whole lot more fun. And they're great gift items too. And we're going to talk about that because this whole show is going to kind of shift in just a minute, and it's going to all be about kitchens. So hang on. Judith, thanks for watching the show. And for those of you that are watching on Facebook, if you think it might be something great that your friends would like, just like and share it and tell them all about it too. I'd appreciate that. All right, so I'm going to talk about some hardware things first. And the first thing I'm going to talk about is because this heat is so intense, and everything I read says we're going to be under this bubble for the next 2, maybe 3 months. And so what can you do as far as heat around the house? Well, Cool Seal makes a formula that you can paint on your roof. It will be a aluminum coating that helps reflect the sun and the UV heat that we get. It will seal and protect and waterproof a variety of roofs. So if you have an asphalt roof, you can use this on there, composition roof, siding. It'll save you on your energy costs because instead of that roof just absorbing all that heat, this Cool Seal will let it bounce and go right back up again. And I always had such a hard time with this, but this stuff really works. They do a lot of stuff now that has a aluminum coating as far as plywood that goes on the inside of the roof line where it goes, and instead of staying in your attic, it just bounces right back up. So if you have like a shed in the back, or maybe you've got an RV that's got a cover on it, this is something really good to paint on the roof, and it's not that expensive. For a gallon it's like $27.99. So come in if that's something you'd like to do and check out. Now I wanted to go over again that we have moved all of our Traeger grills to one area of the store. We we call it, we're gonna call it either the Traeger Island, you know, like what happens at Traeger Island doesn't go anyplace else, or we're gonna call it the Traeger Zone. So that's gonna be another thing that we're gonna be doing. But I wanted to tell you about our Traeger grills and accessories. They have their own spot. We have 3 different size grills as far as Traeger is concerned. We have the Tailgater, we have the Pro 575, which is about the medium size grill. It's the one that I have at my house. I never run out of room on it. And that's the one that right now we're doing $100 off on that grill. And then we have the Pro 780, which is right under $1,000. It's a bigger grill, and all of these grills have Wi-Fi. You can monitor the grill with a smart device and an app that you download onto your phone, which will give you the opportunity to monitor. If you want to slow it down, speed it up, you can do that. You can't start your grill with that, but you can monitor once it's started. Now these new grills, mine is probably 14 years old, and mine still works like a champ. Mine is one of the older grills that has just smoke, low, medium, and high, but I managed to make that work. It works great. But these new grills that have Wi-Fi, that Wi-Fi allows you not to have to go outside and flip anything or monitor that it's getting done. They have, most of these new grills have an extra rack above that main grilling section that gives you a lot more grilling space. Ours are assembled and for free, and they are fired in. So you could take it home and you just plug it in. A lot of people don't know that. Maybe I need to slow down a little bit.
Thank you.
Traeger grills are an electric grill. They are, they have pellets, and they are all different flavors. And it's those flavors that make your meat taste unbelievable. Your meat, your chicken, your pizzas. If you've never cooked a pizza on a Traeger grill, you are so missing out. And really what a Traeger grill is, most like a convection oven. So you have this heat that is, and a fan that is going on in your Traeger grill. And this is why you don't have to flip your meat and stuff like that, because your stuff is getting cooked all the way around. Now some people, they're kind of weird about how they say, but I don't get a grill mark. Yes, you can. Just fire that baby up to about 450 and on each side, and then you get your grill mark. But then you don't want to keep it that. You want to bring it down a little bit, let it cook a little slower, and it is amazing. We have also all the spices, the rubs, utensils, cleaners, and right now when you purchase a grill, you get a bag of pellets for free. Okay, so you can go home. You already know that your grill is working. It's already assembled. Plug it in, pour your pellets in, and then we let you purchase a cover for your grill at our cost. So it's just a win-win situation here, because I am so on board with Traeger grill. They're the easiest thing. If you're the person that has to cook outside and you don't want to have to stand outside right now, okay? You cook just like that meat would. But you can start your grill, put your meat on. I know in 20 minutes, certain things are gonna be ready. I don't have to go watch it, but even like if you're buying these new grills that are Wi-Fi, you can monitor it like that. So if you're thinking about a gift for somebody special that really likes to grill, let me tell you, Traeger is what you want. Now, I want to talk to you. I want to welcome all these people that are watching. Pam, Steve, welcome to the show. Thank you for watching the show, and if you share it, we'd really like it. All right, now, this is a skill drill. And as you can tell, it is a little bit different. In the people that are listening on WOAI, it kind of looks like it kind of looks like a gun, okay, because it's got a handle and like a trigger on it like a gun. And this skill is a rechargeable 4-bolt screwdriver, okay? It comes with let me tell you what it comes with. A 3-inch magnetic bit holder. This is the one I brought in for the store for just like keep it inside the house, okay? Because it's so good for just little things around the house. Putting up your drapes, doing picture holders, doing like if you're changing the headboard on a bed and you're tightening it down to the frame. This is what this stuff is really good for. Okay, it's got a 9-piece bit set and it's rechargeable. It's got a USB charging cable on it. So you never have to have batteries. You don't have to have a cord. This is about the coolest thing ever. And it's made by Skill. It's got a 5-year warranty. But if you buy it from me, you've got longer than that. And this is like $25.99. It's a great, like, tell you what it's good for. And the reason I know this is because my niece bought a house, and this would be something that would be great for her to have around the house just for inside stuff. All right, now another thing that would be good for a new homeowner is Fire Stop. Okay, Fire Stop is a fire suppressant, okay? And the reason I like this is because you don't have to shake it up a whole bunch. It's super light, okay? So if there's somebody around the house and holding those big ones, it's just too much, and everybody's excited because there's a fire going on, and then you're trying to lift everything. Okay, so this is super easy to use. You don't have to shake the can. You just hold the can upright and spray. And the way you spray this is wherever your fire is, you want to kind of back into, go into it. So you start spraying about 5 feet in front of it and then work up to the fire, staying down at the base of the fire, and it will put it out, okay? This is good for electrical fires, kitchen fires, barbecue fires, auto RV. It's just a really easy way to show protection in your house, okay? Garage, boat, everything. So it's called Fire Gone, and they're not expensive. All right, so I told you that we were gonna talk about kitchen stuff, and I've left us plenty of time to talk about this. And why kitchen stuff? Because we're gonna have our kitchen party in next weekend, and you don't wanna miss out on that kitchen party. It's gonna be from 10 to 4 p.m. We're gonna have all kinds of new gadgets. I have some things that I can show you a little bit later after we're off WOAI, and just stay on Facebook, and so I'll show those to you. So if you're thinking about as soon as the show is over that you're off, no, stay on, and because we go about another 15-20 minutes. All right, and the event is going to include brand new kitchen lines. We're going to sample gourmet food and drink. We have our wheel. I don't know if y'all ever saw our wheel, about this wheel, and we put all kinds of discounts on it. And you spin the wheel first and find out, hey Charlotte, and find out what kind of discount you're going to get. I always want to know if I'm going to get a 20% discount or even more. You might want to buy more. And when you buy stuff in the kitchen now, you get a chance to win. We're going to have a big basket giveaway. And so you want to come in and be a part. And it's nice and cool in here, and we'll have snacks and all kinds of fun stuff. All right, so I'm going to put this down. Sorry, dead air, not good. All right, so like I said earlier, my niece bought a new house, okay? And so she's working on this house, and she called me and she says, Trudy, I need 4 air sponges, and I need an industrial carpet cleaner. And so the first thing I did was, okay, why does she need air sponges? Well, because the house had kind of a stuffy odor to it. I don't know if it had been vacant for a while, but she had, she was going to use these air sponges in the rooms. And for those of you who do not know what an air sponge is, this is an odor neutralizer. Most amazing product that has been around forever, as long as probably in, let's see, okay, so probably about the mid 80s was when air sponge, that we found out about it. And we found out about it because we were Ace back then. We had those 5 lumber yards here in town under Acme Lumber, and we went to a place in Florida for the Ace show, and it was supposed to be a Marriott. Well, it wasn't a Marriott yet. It was a Marriott wannabe. And so all the rooms, they had individual little air conditioners in them, and you go into the room and the room was freezing, okay, just absolutely freezing. So everybody was turning down the AC, and as soon as you started turning down the AC, guess what? The room smelled bad. And so we were all complaining about it. And then that night when we went to the Ace show, we ran across a gentleman, a vendor, that was showing air sponges. And he was telling us how this air sponge is an odor neutralizer, how when you open it up, that these molecules go up in the air and grab the odor molecules and bring them down to the floor. And we went, okay, yeah, that's, we didn't understand anything like that back then. I mean, I can just remember Lysol or other sprays that you would spray in the air, and it would just kind of like cover it up, but not in a good way. I mean, the main way to get rid of an odor was just start cleaning. But with air sponge, okay, so say you have an odor from a house that's been closed up a lot. You want to put this behind the return air, and then every time the AC comes on, which is a lot right now, it takes this very clean smell throughout the house. And or if you just have an odor in one room, you just open it up in that one room and just let airflow go across it. You don't want to hide it under anything. You just want to let the air take this real clean smell. So if you're cleaning or you cooked and it's like onions and all kinds of stuff, or fish, then the air sponge is a good way to quickly neutralize the odor in the room. All right, now another thing she asked me for was an industrial carpet cleaner. And I said, do you want a carpet cleaner that is like for all over, or are we just talking a spot cleaner? And she said that her contractors have popped hang on just a second. Hey Jill, can you give me a water over there, please, if we have some? And had popped a chalk line, which is red dye, okay? And it got on the carpet. And she was like, oh no, what are we gonna do? Because, thank you so much. That just doesn't come up easy. I mean, it's dyed. So I gave her the carpet cleaner, and it is rated #1 on Amazon, and it's called Folex. And she sent me pictures, and sure enough, it pulled that red dye right out of the carpet. And when you work with a carpet cleaner, hang on just a second, you want to clean a certain way. You do not want to spray. Hey Nancy, hey Debbie. You want to spray a certain area and then not rub, okay? You don't do that, because what happens is you just spread that spot. It might get lighter, but it gets wider. So when you spray, you want to clean and move towards the spot. You don't want to move away from it. What I always tell people to do is to get a plastic putty knife and pull your carpet cleaning, your spot cleaner close to the spot, okay? And then you want to tap it to see if you can pull everything up into that towel. You want to use a towel. I tell people, use a white towel and pull it up in there. Now, what happens with a lot of people when it comes to stains is that once they walk on it again, it seems like the stain reappears. And why does that happen? Because stains on a carpet are more than just on the top. They go down the fiber of the carpet and get on the padding underneath, the backing. And so when you clean the top of it, then when you step across it, then it pulls it from the backing and brings it back on top. And that's why you see that stain all over again. So this is why I tell people, use that plastic putty knife, go down deep into the carpet and bring it towards the middle of the stain. Then blot it with your white towel, and that will clean it from the bottom up, okay? It's just a little tip. I wish I had thought of it, but it was something somebody else told me about. Now, another thing that Mariah, probably shouldn't say her name. Okay, my niece was complaining about was the grout and the kitchen. And she said it looked dirty. And my mom, who was with us, said, no, that's just the color of the grout. And I said, no, that's not the color of the grout. You get real close to the cabinets and underneath, like where the toe kick is, where no one ever steps, that's the color of the grout. And so she had questions about how to clean the grout without changing the color of the grout. And there is a product that is made by Stone Tech that is amazing. And it is called Stone Tech Deep Cleanse. That's what I thought. Because Jessica says 3:29. All right. We're going to take a little break from WOAI and move forward on Facebook. And that's it for this week, folks. It's time for you to roll up your sleeves and get busy on some of these projects we've been talking about. But by all means, you remember one thing. It will always be a great day to paint. See you next week. Oh, you're welcome. Okay. Okay, I'm going to take off all of this, and we can talk a little longer on Facebook. And now my hair is all a mess. Okay. All right. So I was telling you about this Stone Tech Deep Cleanse. This stuff's amazing. It will not change the color of your grout. It deeply cleans and it's a maximum strength. It tells you on the back. It's ready. This is a ready to use. Just squirt it on. You let it work for a little bit, and then when you go to your hardware store and buy this, go over to their wallpaper section and buy a wallpaper brush. And they're, you know, about 12 inches. And why a wallpaper brush? Let me tell you why. Because usually when people are cleaning their grout, what do they normally give you? They'll give you a little toothbrush, right? So you're cleaning 1 inch at a time. But when you get a wallpaper brush and it's 12 inches, you can clean like 3 feet at a time very easily. And wallpaper brushes are very stiff bristle brush, and so it does a really good job of cleaning. So spray this on your deep cleanse, let it sit for just a little bit, and then clean it with your wallpaper brush, and then mop. And then it will clean so well. Now you can take it a step further, and you can put a sealer on top of it. There's several sealers. The one that is the best, I do not carry here. It is made by Stone Tech, and if you go to any tile shop, they will have it. Hi, Karen. And it's called bulletproof. And I do believe they have like a brush on, and they also have an aerosol. And some people have, I don't want to get anything all over my tile. You can spray it on and wipe it right off, and it won't stick to your ceramic tile. Okay, so if you've got grout problems, this deep cleanse is great. You can also use it on just regular grout. I mean a regular tile. All right, now, how many of you have granite, okay? And maybe you haven't always had granite, and so you think that maybe granite is indestructible, or there's nothing that you can bother with it. But do you know it's not indestructible, okay? But one of the main things that we have a problem with as far as granite is water spots. Okay, so you have your Keurig coffee maker, and it heats up a whole lot. The bottom of it will, and if you accidentally spill some water when you're trying to refill it, kind of goes underneath, you don't see it, and then that thing heats up, and guess what you have? You have a water spot, which a water spot you can tell immediately because it darkens in that area. Well, that happened to me. I had never had granite before when I bought my little house. And so when I got granite, and then I did not seal it right at first. Always seal it, because the people that install it, they do not seal. And it's not hard to seal. But that water spot, it came out with Granite Gold Daily Cleaner. And let me tell you, I was crying big tears because I thought I had ruined my granite. But this Daily Cleaner, it gets off a lot of stuff. Granite will stain and it will etch. And so when you are cutting on there and things like that, always use a cutting board. I had a lady that called me and she was just sick. They had cut a watermelon on top of her granite, and the sugar and the juice from the watermelon, it etched her granite. And once you etch it, that's it. You have to call a professional in and they'll rebuff it and take the etch mark out, but it's nothing that you can do yourself. So what about sealing it? Okay, all right, this is Granite Gold Sealer, and it's real easy to use. You just want to make sure that you clean first with that daily cleaner I was telling you about, and then you spray the sealer onto the surface and work in like a 3-foot area. This is how I do mine. I have a big island, and then I have 2 other places in the back, and so I take everything off my island and I work on one half, and then I work on the other half. And I spray and I wipe down. I just want to make sure I tell you this the right way. Immediately wipe the stone with a lint-free cloth, okay? And then, so you can use a microfiber. And then wipe it. And then buff. Do not let your sealer dry on its own. It will spot. And then you got to go and you've got to take that sealer off, and that's not easy. So spray, wipe, buff, okay? And then let it dry for about, well, it's dry, but you want it to cure completely. You don't want to put anything down on it. And I did mine 3 times. I was trying to remember if it was 2 or 3. 3 times, because I'm not always really good about keeping a real clean kitchen. So I spend more time here at work than I do at home. So then 24 hours and this cures. And so I do one part of my island, then I move to the other part and do that, and then I do the back pieces. And I always, and it works out so well, and I do it about once a year. So, all right, now I want to talk to you about garbage disposals, because my niece had a smelly garbage disposal. And so that's why I think maybe the house had been empty for a while. All right, so there's a lot of things that you can do to clean a disposal. You can use Glisten, okay? And these are little packages that you put in there, and you turn the water on and turn the disposal on, and it foams up. And it smells real clean. I mean, you can smell it through here. It says to use weekly. That's a lot. But it's made by the Plink people, and it does a good job. If this is what you would like to do. CLR makes one also. Same thing. Throw it in there, turn your disposal on, it foams up. Okay. Now, my favorite is Instant Power Disposal and Drain Cleaner. Okay. This, you can use it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. It tells you how much to put in every time. Okay. And then it will clean the disposal. Okay. It will leave the kitchen, the disposal, smelling so good. In fact, like when you clean with this, it kind of smells like a lemon grove in your kitchen for days. Okay. You want to pour it into the garbage disposal, cover the disposal, turn the disposal on for a couple of seconds, and then do not flush with water. Allow Instant Power to remain overnight. So this is what you want to do right before you go to bed. It says you can use it daily, weekly, just every other week maybe, okay? But keeping your disposal clean, all right, helps with other problems. Like some of us get drain flies and stuff like that. And how do you get a drain fly? Or those little gnats that you see all the time? Okay, they grow in the stuff that builds up on the inside of your disposal. So, I mean, if you want to take it a step further, all right, this is for my people that love to deep clean. This is called Brush It Garbage Disposal Brush, okay? So I want you to see how it works, okay? This is a little thing that you put soap in, okay? You can just use like Dawn or anything like that. Do not turn your disposal on, okay? This is, you're gonna be doing all the work. So you put this down in your disposal and you turn it, scrubbing it, okay? And then you can run water while it's going in, and then put your soap in this little well right here and start cleaning. And you'll get all that stuff that, well, yuck is not a very good term, but it cleans up all that stuff, the organic matter, thank you, the organic matter. And that will also get rid of fruit flies, okay? This thing is really cool. They're not expensive. They're made by Damco. But if you really want to get that disposal clean, this is what you want to use. All right, let me show you some of, this is just, woo, hang on just to cover my, yes, okay, we had a question. And they wanted to know what they can use to cover their food while they're outside. My question is, what can I do to cover my wine while I'm outside? In my cool tub, not hot tub. There is no heater going on in the hot tub right now. It is staying at 85, which feels very good. Okay, so we brought in, it's called Charles by Anson, okay? And they're covers for, you can use them to cover your pots, okay? So like on the stove and stuff like that, okay? They don't burn, they're silicone. Okay, and it's a food grade silicone. It fits on any smooth rim, okay? So a bowl or pot, and it creates an airtight seal to keep fresh fruit. It's reusable. It's microwave, stovetop, dishwasher, and oven safe. So this one looks like an orange. This one looks like a rose. Isn't that pretty? So cute. I have to tell you, moving the kitchen up front has just brought a new lease on life to our kitchen area. It has been so much fun and so exciting, and I'm just dying for y'all to see it. Okay, And then this one is like it's a pink daisy, and I don't know if you can see it or not, but it goes all the way through, and the pattern goes all the way through too. So like if you're going to a friend's house or something like that, you cover your food up with that instead of plastic wrap. That you have to throw away. Let's quit throwing stuff away. All right. So this is cool. Now for your drinks, they make like the little one like that, and you cover your drink. I mean, this would even cover a beer stein, right? So, and they come 2 to a pack like that, and like I said, it will create a seal on a smooth surface, which your wine glass or your beer stein or whatever is that, and then you can also wash them in the dishwasher, or just say, or, okay, I almost forgot about this because I'm not thinking hot right now. I'm thinking, let's stay cool. Like, you can put it on top of your coffee. Like, if you go out in the morning and while it's still semi-cool, you know, it's only 89, you can put this on your coffee and keep your coffee warmer too, okay? So I think, Dawn, that we covered your cover problems. There we go. All right, so what time is it? I don't want to. Okay, we're going to have for about 5 more minutes and then we're done. What is the best stainless steel cleaner? Hands down, it is Sheila Shine. Sheila Shine is an aerosol that is, let me see, it removes grease, film, watermarks, finger marks, covers scratches, and leaves a hard protective coating. It is the best for, of course, your appliances, but your, oh, thank you. Thank you, Linda. That's so sweet of you to say that. We're real proud of it too. My guys are worried that I'm going to go even deeper into the hardware section. Maybe. Okay, Sheila Shine. So it's really great for your appliances, like your dishwasher and your refrigerator. But what is really good is for your stainless steel sink. It will make your stainless steel sink look brand spanking new. Okay, Sheila Shine. Now I'm going to tell you, it does have a odor. Okay, it's a propellant smell because it is, you know, you have to shake it up and spray it. But it dissipates really quickly. And so, and you can use it on other things. And look, it's made in the USA. Only the sun shines brighter than Sheila Shine. I love this stuff. It's been around forever. Okay, so Mom and Dad bought this house one time. Well, they were always buying houses. I used to tell Daddy was a gypsy, not Italian. You're not Italian, you're a gypsy. And so they bought this house, and the kitchen was ginormous. Thank you. And so the cabinets, he didn't want to have to redo, but they looked dull, okay? They just looked dry, like nobody had cleaned them or done anything. They just looked, the house had been empty, okay? The house had been empty for about 6 months, and they hadn't decided whether they're going to sell it. And then right at the last minute, they sold it, and they sold it just as is. Okay, there was a Mercedes in the garage when they bought that, and I went out there and I said, Dad, you know there's a Mercedes out there. And he laughed. He goes, that doesn't come with the house. I don't know why not. You bought it if it was there. All right, but, so, hi Nancy. Dad wanted to save the cabinets and not have to spend too much, because then honestly, Dad knew he was not going to keep this house. The house was huge, and he just kind of wanted to flip it. Dad was flipping houses before flipping was popular. So he gave this to the painter, and he said, I want you to try the feed and wax on the cabinets. And before you paint them, because the painter that was there, he said, Johnny, you're going to have to redo all these cabinets. They're not going to look good. And Dad didn't want to do that. And so that night when Dad came home, his stuff smells really good too. Dad came home, he walked in the kitchen, and the cabinets looked gorgeous. And he was sick because he thought that they had already started refinishing the cabinets. And so he came around the corner and he asked his painter, he says, why didn't you call me before you started refinishing these cabinets? And the painter goes, Johnny, we didn't refinish anything. That is the feed and wax. And I mean, they looked brand new. They looked so good. If you've got even like inexpensive cabinets, say you've got a rental property and you're not going to replace the cabinets, you don't want to put that much money into a rental because we know what rentals do. Use this. They will look so good. They will deepen the color of the cabinet. They will make them look refreshed. They will look good. And it smells good, okay? Because it's got beeswax and orange oil, and it has carnauba oil. I never can pronounce that right, okay? It's a really big word for me. All right, but what if the cabinets look fine? Maybe they just got fingerprints on them, or they've got a little grease on them, or things like that, because they're in the kitchen. Holloway House makes what they call wood cleaner. They used to call it fine wood cleaner. And it's a water-free formula, and it's a natural cleaner that removes old wax and dirt. And what they really mean by old wax is, you know, on all your cabinets where the handles are, the knobs and the pulls, where you constantly grab it, okay, it will turn the varnish dark there. And if you're not careful, the varnish will start to disintegrate and start peeling. But if you will clean with something like this that has no water in it, then you will get all that oil off, and the cabinets will look great, and they'll hold up great too. So this is, oh, and it's scented with coconut. I know it's purple. I don't know why it's purple. They probably do that for a reason. But it smells like coconut. So you can act like you're on vacation and at the beach when you're doing this, right? This is really good stuff. Holloway House Wood Cleaner. All of this stuff you're going to find on aisle 19. All right, so we've done things up here. Now we're moving down to the floor. Hi, Patricia. All right, so say you have wood floors, you have tile floors, a laminate floor, that new kind of, they call it luxurious vinyl, you know what I'm talking about. All right, so how do you make floors that are old look good? Usually providing a shine is the best way to disguise surface scratches, discoloration, and just dulling, okay? And so Quick Shine, they're the people that make the wood cleaner. They also make this, okay? This is called Floor Finish. It is, thank you, Linda, luxury vinyl plank. I appreciate that. Okay, let's give a little thumbs up and all little hearts to Linda because she helped me out. This is a floor finish, okay? There's other kinds of people that make floor finish, like Bona, okay? But the reason I like the Quick Shine is because it's not a wax. It's a polymer finish, and you never have to strip it off. It's never gonna yellow. It simply provides a shine. And when your floors are not as shiny anymore, then all you do is you put another coat down on top of it. You never have to remove the other coat. It just stays there, and when you put the Quick Shine on, and I put it on with a microfiber pad, okay? And I have two. One I clean with, and it's blue, and one that I use my quick shine with, which is green. And so that way I don't mix them up, because you don't want any kind of soap residue in the pad that you're going to put the quick shine on. And you put down one coat, okay? One coat, you have immediate shine. Dries in 20 minutes, has a real clean smell. And so let me tell you why you want to provide something on your floor. Because dust and dirt are like sandpaper on a floor. When you walk across it, it grinds it in. And you think, it's just dust. It's just a little bit of dirt. Not to your floor. Like I said, it's like grinding it in. And pretty soon, like if you have wood floors, it will take the finish off. So you want to keep your floors as clean as you can. And then you want to provide a protection, which is the quick shine. They call it multi-surface floor finish. Hardwood laminate LVT, tile and stone. Hi, April. And it, like I said, one coat, instant shine. Instant shine. Well, when I bought a home up in another area, it had older parquet floors. I loved them. I loved that. I didn't just want any kind of wood floors. I loved these parquet floors. But the previous owners had not taken very good care. Remember what I said about dust and dirt acts like sandpaper? And that's literally, they were dull. They had a lot of surface scratches. They weren't deep scratches, but they were surface scratches. And you could see it when the sun would hit it. In some areas, they had left the windows open all the time and the sun would beat down on it. Wherever they had a transition piece, like between the kitchen and the dining room, or the kitchen and the den, that part, people had stepped right in the same places all the time, and the color, it just did not look good. All right, so we got a hold of the quick shine. We found it at National Hardware Show about 1,000,000 years ago, and Dad gave it to me, and he told me, you try it. And I said, okay, I'll try it. And so I put all my kiddos to bed, and they went upstairs, and then I went and I cleaned the floor, okay, because Quick Shine also has a cleaner that is so neutral you don't even have to rinse it. And I put one coat on, and I could tell while I was putting it on that I was going to be real happy with the finish. And I got done that night, and then I was down the next morning before the kids woke up, and the floor looked good. It looked real good. And I thought, if one looks good, what will two look like? Well, by the end of the week, I had 5 coats of Quick Shine on my floor. And it, I mean, I know a lot of people go, oh, well, did it look muddy or cloudy or yellow? No, it looked so good. And so, I probably told you this story. My mom and dad came over, and Dad walked in, and he looked at the floors, and he said, I thought you weren't going to do anything to refinish the floors, because he was probably thinking I had spent a whole lot of money. And I said, I didn't. It was the Quick Shine. Well, he couldn't believe it, and that became our love affair with the people with Quick Shine. And I still use it to this day. And they've got a couple of other, they have one that is called a wood, it's not as shiny as Quick Shine. It's more of a glow, but it's right next to Quick Shine. So when you go on aisle 19, you'll see it. And so I hope this answers a lot of questions for y'all about keeping your kitchen clean and things you can do. It also gets you really excited about coming next week, and so you can see our kitchen area and how much fun it's going to be. All right, you guys, thank you so much for watching. And like I said, if you think this will help someone else and they might like it, well, share it with your friends. All right, we'll see you next week on WOAI at 3 o'clock, 1200 a.m. and on Facebook right here. This is going to be put out on YouTube in just a little bit. So thank you so much. You guys take care. Bye.